Welcome back everybody to Back to the Future the game on PlayStation 4. I cleared episode 2 in the last part. Marty successfully got Kid Tan sent to prison, but then another alternate timeline of Hill Valley in 1986 has occurred in episode 3, Citizen Brown. And Doc does not look like himself in this new timeline. It's time to see exactly what happened. Yep, this is 1986. Just not how it's supposed to be. Oh, there goes Marty. Crashed right into that billboard, just like at the end of episode 2. Citizen Brown starts now. J.D. Straw? Wow. What a surname. Oh, Marty, don't be unconscious. At least the DeLorean doesn't look, you know, pretty totaled. And who is that girl down there anyway?
Doc!
Relax! We've got everything under control.
Doc disappeared and so did Einstein when Marty traveled back to the future.
Don't worry, everybody. I'm okay. The billboard broke my fall.
Marty needs to get that girl's attention and hopefully she can help out.
This is the dumbest design ever.
Yeah, I agree, Marty. I mean, what kind of window is that?
It's jammed.
No, it's not jammed, it's just blocked.
Hello? She can't hear me.
Especially while she's busy jamming to whatever song she's listening to.
Citizen Brown. That's Doc, alright, but what the heck's going on here? I gotta get out of this death trap.
Okay, what you need to do is interact with the horn. That's gonna get the girl's attention.
What the hell?
Hey, could you give me a... Jennifer?
That's Jennifer Parker? What the heck? What on earth happened to Jennifer? She's not supposed to look like that. Oh, this is pretty bad.
Jennifer, I need some help.
Martin? It is you. Is that a DeLorean?
And believe it or not, Jennifer has the same, voiced by the same woman as in the Back to the Future movies. Who would have thought?
DeLorean?
The giant stainless steel sports car you've somehow managed to ram through the billboard?
Never mind that. Just give me a hand, okay?
Oh, brother.
So who you supposed to be? Luke or Bo?
This isn't funny, Jennifer.
Man, she's completely different in this timeline. What happened to her?
Jennifer, you look so... different.
That's the general idea of being a nonconformist.
That's not what I meant.
What are you getting at?
Yeah, your boyfriend has plenty of questions for you, girl.
What's with the attitude?
I'm not having this argument again.
You've argued about this before? I'm guessing you won the argument.
Yeah, let's not anger her by bringing it up again.
What'd you do to your hair?
Helter Skelter.
What?
It's the same hair dye I always use.
Okay, and your attire?
What are you wearing, Jen? You look so...
Fed up? Keen eye you got there.
I was gonna say punk.
A whole world alien to the likes of you, dork.
My god, why must she insult Marty like that? What did he ever do to her in this timeline?
Never mind, I gotta get out of this car.
Good idea.
Okay, another question.
Oh man, what's the date?
What? That's something I should be asking you. You've probably wrecked your head.
Just, what's the date, Jennifer?
It's the 15th,
The year!
1986. Duh.
Oh man, this can't be happening.
I'm afraid it's already happened, Marty. All of it has.
What are you doing down there?
Not that you'd ever understand it, but I'm doing my part to support the arts in Hill Valley. Anyway, what's the technical term for attempting to jump your DeLorean through a billboard? Where did you even get a DeLorean? Is it stolen?
That's a little complicated.
I bet.
Yes, it's complicated beyond your comprehension.
Can you help me down?
Why don't you just jump?
I'll break my neck.
And?
He can't even get out of the car right now anyway.
Could you call someone? A tow truck, maybe.
Get real. I'm in enough trouble already. I'm not gonna explain your DeLorean violating a billboard to anyone.
Man, what a witch.
The door's jammed. Can you get it open?
I can't reach it. Besides, I'm not climbing under the car. It could come down on my head.
Good point.
You got any rope you can toss me?
All I have is this rusty wrench thing I found in the dirt.
A tire iron. I think that'll do. Toss it here.
Oh, back off, Martin. This is my whatchamacallit. What do you give me for it?
Oh my god, seriously? And I'm willing to bet that's the same tire iron Marty used on the paddy wagon in episode 1 where he saved Doc from Kid Tannen.
May I please have the tire iron?
The tire who?
The big metal thing you're holding.
Oh, right. As soon as you offer up a decent trade.
Oh,
Jesus, what's wrong with this version of Jennifer?
Jennifer, please. This is serious.
This tire thing really has some value to you, huh?
At the moment, yes.
Then it better be a pretty good trade.
Man, screw her. And when you choose this, Marty doesn't even say anything, he just does that. And that's pointless.
All right, let me think this through.
Don't strain your brain, Geekzilla.
Okay, so you're supposed to give her Kid Tannen's flask. Let me examine something real quick. Like, why did she disappear from this prom photo?
Oh, what gives? I thought I fixed Jennifer's existence.
You did, Marty, just not in the way you hoped. You could try to give her the photo, but that won't work. Marty will just say, come on, select her.
Like I want to remind anyone that the new me couldn't get a date to prom.
Yeah, you'd rather not. So, the flask will have to do.
Jennifer! This is all I got.
Is there anything in it? Give it here.
I thought the flask was empty when Marty found that.
Ugh, it smells like armpits and booze. Irving Kid Tannen, the gangster? Where the hell did you get
It's
this?
a long story. Can I just have the tire iron now?
Heads up!
Thanks. Oh, great. Now what? Oops. Oh.
Well, Marty's out anyway.
Well, your dorkness, my debt to society is paid. As for you, good luck with your car. Way to stick it to Big Brother. Just don't expect your sudden cry for attention to change anything between us, dig?
Doesn't change what? Look, Jennifer, I think there are some things we need to talk about. Hey, maybe you can give me a lift into town.
Oh, sure, Martin. Climb on in.
Jennifer,
I
wait!
told you, we're through, McFly. I'll never be such a square again.
My own girlfriend thinks I'm a square? Jesus, could this get any worse?
You and your big mouth, Marty. Now look what you've done.
Doc, I could really use your help right about now.
Relax. We've got everything under control.
Yeah, right. Well, fantastic. This car's not gonna run anymore. And how dare that alternate Jennifer just leaves Marty stranded out here like that? Not to mention, the two of them have broken up in this timeline? This is seriously messed up. But of course, if you thought that was messed up, wait till you see what all of Hill Valley is like in this timeline.
Check. Sibilance.
Who is this? Stop messing with the intercom.
Oh, hi. Can you buzz me in?
Visitors must check in at the north gate.
Oh, North Gate? I'm not walking clear around Hill Valley. There's gotta be another way.
Let's hope so. You can also interact with the security camera up there. But nothing's gonna happen, really. And I think you can also examine some... Okay, you can interact with the wall here.
These walls couldn't possibly go around the entire city, could they?
I actually wouldn't be surprised if, that was possible. But now I gotta check out the wreckage here.
I don't really feel qualified to repair a nuclear reactor. Maybe it's still under warranty. Well, I guess technically it's way under warranty.
Okay, wait, a battery?
12 volts. Wait, this is the car battery? Must have been installed in 2015 with the Mr. Fusion. Still has plenty of juice.
Well, that's good to know. Oh, and also, I haven't mentioned yet, but this entire episode takes place in 1986. There won't be any time traveling happening. Not until the next episode, anyway.
This notebook contains all of Doc's notes concerning the time machine. It certainly convinces me of Doc's genius. I've also traveled through time with him. Yeah, there's that too.
Yes, and when you examine the tire iron, Marty says,
Oh, this tire iron looks really familiar, just like the one I used on the paddy wagon's wheel.
Yep, that's exactly what this is.
Permacell. Oh, it's so small and light for a battery. I've never seen terminals like this. Maybe it's some common standard for 2015 technology.
Most likely. Oh yeah, and there's something you can do with the tire iron. Well, of course you can use it on the loose tire of the DeLorean, but you can also try to use it on this gate, which of course is not going to work. And Marty's going to get busted for it.
Yeah.
Tampering with the city gates is a level 1 offense, citizen. You have been docked 1 point by demerit. Don't forget your printout.
Demerit?
Now what is that all about? But now, let's actually get Marty... Wait, Marty only received one of those slips, and somehow he has 5 of them. But you use the tire iron, of course, on this.
Okay, good. This could be useful. Now think, Marty, think.
After that, you use the car battery on the tire. This is how Marty is going to get over the wall.
Let's see here. Red to positive, black to negative. Whoa!
What do you know? It works.
Far out. Okay, Doc, let's see what kind of nightmare alternate timeline I've landed in this time.
Hopefully Marty didn't get in trouble for bypassing the gates like that. But now it's time for you to see all of Hill Valley.
Okay, Marty. Nothing to be afraid of. It's just an alternate Hill Valley that's turned my girlfriend into a punk rock vandal. That doesn't mean it's full of post-apocalyptic biker gangs run by armies of Biff clones. Just take a deep breath and remember, we gotta find Doc.
Subby tells me it won't be easy.
It's so clean.
Good morning, citizen.
Good morning to you too, citizen.
This is creeping me out already. I'll be right back, people. I'm hearing some noises coming from another room. Hold on. Sorry, people. I thought that somebody arrived in my house at first, but there was nobody. The noises were probably coming from my next door neighbor's yard.
What's going on here, Doc? Jeez, my Hill Valley never looked this good.
That's not the word I use.
Watch where you're going, citizen.
Sorry. Mr. Parker.
That's Officer Parker to you, Martin. Now what's with the outfit? It's Thursday.
Yeah?
Polo shirt Thursday. You're out of uniform. That's a violation of Civic Ordinance 9 EEE. And you're not wearing an ID, in direct violation of Ordinance WB 714. What are you up to, citizen?
Polo shirt.
Are you on the pot, citizen? Put your arms up. Spread your legs.
Hey, what are you doing?
Quiet. Hold still. Nothing. What's your deal today, McFly?
What on earth happened to Hill Valley? I mean, the matching outfits, all the security cameras, the golf carts, and Jennifer Spotter's now a cop? I can't believe this.
Since when are you a cop? I thought you were a shoe salesman.
Are you on something? I've always been a cop, just like my pa.
Great, I've turned my girlfriend's dad into a cop.
Yep, clearly.
Hey, what's with the pat down? What do you think, I'm packing heat?
Heat, contraband,
Contraband?
you know. Booze, smokes, bubblegum, dogs, circus
Bubblegum
peanuts.
is illegal?
Come on, McFly. You're smart enough to know that ignorance of the Civic Ordinance 2XM isn't an excuse.
Did he say circus peanuts too? What's wrong with that?
Have you seen Jennifer?
What's it to you? I thought she broke up with you.
Yeah, well, I need to talk to her about that.
Good luck finding her. I usually don't see her unless she's racking up demerits for her art.
Yes, and I hate what your daughter has become.
Can you tell me where I could find Doc, Citizen Brown?
Are you sure you're an honor student? Where do you think he is at this time of day?
At work?
That's right, working at the courthouse.
Heavy.
Don't tell me Doc went back to being a lawyer when he's supposed to be a scientist. I mean, he worked in the courthouse in 31, and now he's back to working there in the present. But that's all I have to say to him.
I've got to finish my beat. Are you gonna make trouble for me today?
No.
No what?
No, sir.
That's right, citizen.
Of course he'd say that. Oh, what do we have here? Self-tour, recycling bins.
I'm all for recycling, but this is out of control.
I'm also all for recycling, but, you know, what Marty said. This is indeed out of control.
Oh, wait, citizen. Are you about to throw something away? Make sure you use the correct receptacle. Hill Valley takes pride in its diverse waste management system. What is the aluminum content of that can? Make sure it goes into the correct blue receptacle. Is that green, clear, or amber glass? It makes a difference. Remember that all consumable wrapping is tagged with a microchip to help us automatically police litter.
Yeah, that voice. It sounds somewhat familiar.
What's the problem, citizen?
Oops, wrong number.
And what about this plaque?
Commemorating on the 25th day of August this year of our Lord, 1931, the capture and incarceration of Irving Kid Tannen and the disbanding of his criminal syndicate by the heroic efforts and ingenious mind of our beloved first citizen, Emmett Lathrop Brown, by virtue of his experimental rocket car. Edna must have written that.
So wait, this is a statue of Doc? And what the heck is he wearing in that statue? That's so weird. Let's mess around with it. And get in trouble for it.
Having fun, kid?
Ah, who said that?
Attempting to destroy public landmarks is a violation of C-64.
I wasn't trying to destroy it.
Take your demerit.
Not another one. Okay, put it back where it was, Marty. Let's examine these things real quick.
Oh, they look like parking tickets. Do I gotta pay a fine or something?
Probably. But what do we have over here?
Citizen Plus.
And that's it. What is this Citizen Plus anyway? There's no way it's anything good. What's up with okay, the gate first.
Gates? Huh, these are new.
Everything here is new, pretty much.
The original clock tower was dedicated in 1885, with the motion first started at 8 p.m. on September 5th that same year. The clock tower was once struck by a bolt of lightning on November 12, 1955, damaging the clock motion beyond conventional repair. During the downtown renovation project of 1976, the damaged clock was dismantled and a new modern clock was installed as the window to the mayoral office. Look up. You just might catch a silhouette pacing behind the glass. That's First Citizen Brown, pondering how to make your future better.
I wonder what the deal is with that shape on the clock. Like that shape of the person with its arms up.
Step away from the decycling bin, citizen.
Decycling?
Final resting place for all contraband within Hill Valley, the decycling bin ensures that socially toxic items will never find their way back into the hands of the general public in any way, shape, or form.
So it's where all the cool stuff goes to die.
If by cool you mean dangerous, then yes.
This whole town is bound to be dangerous.
You are standing in front of the Hill Valley Courthouse. The original courthouse was built in 1885, just 20 years after Hill Valley's incorporation into the state of California. Though the courthouse holds the seat of the local government, it also has been used as a shelter during the recovery period following the 1906 San Francisco earthquake. Most of Hill Valley's community is a result of displaced San Franciscans planting roots after that dreadful disaster. In 1976, the downtown renovation project saw the first major additions made to the courthouse since its original construction. The courthouse was expanded with an additional 128 offices in the new flanking wings, and a new mayoral office added to the original clock tower space. Look closely, and you can still see some of the original courthouse's details preserved in the new international-inspired facade.
Glad that's over.
Hill Valley Courthouse. How may I help you, citizen?
I need to see Doc, or Citizen Brown.
Do you have an appointment?
No, but...
Then I'm afraid you'll have to wait your turn. Citizen Brown's a very busy man.
that voice sounds familiar.
Indeed. Wait, what's that? Well, there's Biff.
Biff? Doc?
Yep, that was him.
Doc, wait! I need to talk to you.
Yeah, just as I figured, it's not going to be easy.
Ministry of Tourism. I can't see why people would want a vacation here.
Neither can I. Because after all, this Hill Valley looks totally messed up. But now, let's go see what Biff knows. Okay.
Biff?
Hey, well, you're George and Lorraine's youngest. Martin, right?
What? You don't know me?
Only by reputation. Brown Cadet of the Month, 3 months running. Impressive. Are you interested in the Citizen Plus program?
No, whatever that is. I doubt I'll ever be interested.
Nice clothes. You lose a bet or something?
What do you mean? I'm wearing what everyone is wearing. It's Polo Shirt Thursday. You, my friend, are out of uniform.
So I've heard.
Yeah, well, there's always tomorrow. Hawaiian Shirt Friday.
Great.
Oh, wow. Makes me wonder what other kinds of shirts people wear for each day of the week.
What is this Citizen Plus?
It's Citizen Brown's new re-education program, and I'm the first of Hill Valley's Citizen Plus. Pluses. Plus,
A re-education program? What the hell?
Oh, please, don't swear, Martin. It makes me uncomfortable.
Wait, really? That's unlike Biff to not, like, hearing people swear.
Listen, Biff, that car I saw you get out of, was that Doc Brown in there with you?
Ha! Doc! Yeah, that should be his new nickname. But yeah, that was Citizen Brown. What an inspirational guy.
How'd you get FaceTime with him? He seems so busy.
Well, you got that right, Martin. Citizen Brown's a busy guy. But fortunately, or unfortunately, I'm a special case. See, Martin, I used to be a real bad apple. A real butthead.
Oh, wow, he really just said that. What should I choose here?
I don't see why that would make you a special case.
What can I say, Martin? I was always getting into trouble. Too much trouble. What with the booze, the partying, the women. Even my dogs were a pack of trouble. Pack, get it?
Yeah. What does this have to do with Citizen Brown?
Well, after getting in so much trouble, the authorities, they took me in to see Citizen Brown and gave me an ultimatum. Citizen Plus or bust.
Oh, man. What should I choose next?
Do you think I could get to see Citizen Brown if I did all the bad stuff you used to do?
Yeah, I guess, but why would you want to act like that?
Oh, just to get his help with fixing all of this timeline madness.
I want to know more about Citizen Plus.
And I just can't wait to tell you all about it. Did I mention the swell digital watch you get with the program?
No, you haven't mentioned that. Tell me about it.
You said you get some sort of watch.
Oh, it's a real classy deal. Just look at this state-of-the-art ticker. It's got all sorts of special modes programmed in. I still haven't figured out how to set the time, but I'm sure a smart guy like you could do it no problem.
Yeah, perhaps.
What do you got to do to be a Citizen Plus?
It starts with an application. They take a complete medical evaluation and give you a stack of contracts to fill out.
It sounds boring already.
But then you get an appointment with Citizen Brown. Get about 2 years.
2 years?
He's very busy keeping Hill Valley running. I mean, the only time he deviates from his schedule is when some Looney Tune is running around racking up demerits. Yeah, fortunately, that almost never happens.
Did he really say Looney Tune? Did I hear that right?
It's voluntary, right?
Well, sure, for the pilot program, but eventually it will be mandatory for everybody.
Mandatory? Are you nuts?
Nah, I used to be nuts. Now, thanks to the Citizen Plus program, I'm probably the sanest guy in Hill Valley.
My god, no wonder Biff is so different in this timeline.
So what's the point of Citizen Plus?
Well, it may not be as noticeable for an upstanding citizen like yourself, but the hypnotherapy sessions help to tame the urges to break the rules.
Whoa. Hypnotherapy?
Well, sure, Martin. Why, it makes obedience automatic.
Obedience? This is some kind of brainwashing?
Well, that's a good way to think about it. Scrubbing all those nasty thoughts right out of your noggin.
My god, I don't like the sound of the Citizen Plus at all.
Okay, let's stop talking about Citizen Plus right now.
Okay.
Now, about what you used to do.
So, about all the bad things you used to do.
Gosh, Martin, I really don't like dredging up the past, but all right, if it'll help you make a decision about Citizen Plus.
Yeah, so...
What kind of trouble did you get into with women? They weren't hookers?
Oh, no, nothing like that. It's just that I wasn't always discreet about my affections.
What?
Public displays of affection, Martin. You know, necking and such.
That's illegal?
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute, so you're saying that it's wrong for people to kiss in public in this timeline?
You seriously got in trouble for PDAs?
You bet. The Browns always say that behaviors that excite your private should be kept in private. Or maybe it's just Citizen Edna who says that.
Huh. Well,
Why'd your dogs get you in trouble? You weren't running dog fights, were you?
No, nothing that bad. I just used to have a lot of dogs.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing, other than them keeping the neighbors up all night, lunging at old people, and eating all the squirrels in the park. In fact, I'm ashamed to say it was my out-of-control dogs that were directly responsible for the banning of dogs throughout Hill Valley.
You don't sound very ashamed.
Oh, I am. Very, very ashamed.
huh, no doubt all of these stupid rules were written up by Edna. She's the dog hater.
So there's no dogs in Hill Valley anymore?
Yep, Citizen Edna says they carry diseases and steal shoes.
Well, she was right about the stealing shoes part.
You said something about booze?
Beer, rum, whiskey, wine coolers, you name it, I drank it. Not only did I drink it, I smuggled it into Hill Valley, too.
Chip off the old block, huh?
Used to be I'd knock your block off for a comment like that, but yeah, I guess I was following in Pop's crummy footsteps.
Well, I actually am fine with the banning of alcohol because, you know, it's poisonous. It causes, you know, like it's not good for your liver. That's what I heard.
So there's no booze in Hill Valley?
Nope. Sure, someone tries to sneak some in every now and then, but cops like Officer Parker over there always catch him sooner or later.
Good thing I will never drink any kind of poison.
Yeah, let's change the subject.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't like talking about my old nasty self.
So you won't break any rules anymore?
Can't. The Citizen Plus treatment makes it physically impossible for me to break rules.
How so?
Now I get physically ill if I try to break a rule.
Oh my god. It really is like brainwashing. Let's just stop the chat here.
See you later, Biff.
Bye, Martin.
Ah, it's Jennifer. She has a lot of explaining to do.
What's Jen up to now?
And what does she have in that ammo box? Oh, hold on. I haven't interacted with this yet.
Look around yourself. Breathe in the fresh air. Enjoy the immaculate scenery and architecture. You are standing among the denizens of the most sociologically advanced city in the world. Hill Valley, a perfect place to live. Let's take a moment to look up at the city's centerpiece, the courthouse, with its ornate clock tower. Look closely. Do you see a silhouette behind the clock? That's our beloved first citizen, Emmett L. Brown, toiling away on new ideas to make Hill Valley the city of tomorrow, today.
That's gotta be Edna's voice I'm hearing. No doubt it was mostly her who's the cause of what Hill Valley has become. Soupmo. Okay, so this is the building that took the old soup kitchen's place.
Free soy dog samples. Take one. I guess they ran out.
I don't like the sound of this soy dog anyway.
Soups and more. Wholesome soups, fresh vegetables, and soy-based imitation meats. Ugh. Good thing I'm not hungry.
Okay, let's see who's here.
Hey, can't you read? Oh, it's you, McFly.
Leech?
Hey, my bad. I should have wrote the sign in Latin, just so you'd understand.
What sign?
Outway to Unchley. Now eat it, Bay, and let me catch some Z's.
Who is this leech anyway? He was never seen in any of the movies. But of course, what's more important is chatting with Jennifer. Let's see what she has in
Must be
here.
where Jen keeps her paints. Locked.
Oh, and I'm sure you can tell already, but this was the alley where the speakeasy is. And that right there used to be the entrance.
They've bricked up the entrance to the old speakeasy.
You can also go beyond here where you see that plank, but that's not going to come into play until later.
That junk looks awfully familiar. 50 years familiar.
Of course it does, but now... Oh, hold on. This graffiti that she's spray painting.
Leech and the whoosh bags. I've never heard of them.
No, you wouldn't have. They don't play much punk on those smooth jazz stations you listen to.
Smooth jazz. I couldn't possibly be that square, even in an alternate timeline.
Okay, now it's chatting time with her.
Jennifer! Jen!
You got a problem?
Yeah, I have a whole lot of problems in this alternate Hill Valley.
What's the deal, Jennifer? He left me stranded outside the city gates.
Yeah, that was pretty rotten, wasn't it? I'm such a horrible role model. Better get away before I corrupt you.
Do that all you want. Marty wouldn't care.
Look, I don't know what you got against me in this time, lately, but I'm here to make things right. I've missed you, you know?
Take a look at me, Martin. Do I look like the kind of girl that would hang around the president of the Junior Brown Brigade?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I gotta admit, I kinda like you like this.
Oh, Barf?
Marty, you can't be serious. You should be into the real Jennifer.
You act like I'm a turnoff, but I don't buy it. We were meant to be together.
Look, just because I let you tag along to a couple of concerts doesn't mean we're Romeo and Juliet. I mean, sure, you're a little cute, but you're into all this honor student crap.
Honor student?
And I'm into more interesting things. And guys.
Oh, you mean like that leech moron?
Are you going out with someone else? I bet I can make you forget him.
Sorry, Martin, but you just don't rate anymore.
God, screw her.
Give me a can of spray paint. I got an urge to paint something.
Happy little trees? Get yourself a watercolor kit. I'm not sharing my wall.
Well, Marty's not here to do graffiti anyway.
So do you spend most of your time vandalizing public property?
Don't even think about snitching on me. Unless you want this spray can up your...
No, listen, you got me wrong. I'm looking to, break a few rules myself.
You?
Yes, him. Believe it or not.
What do you know about harboring dangerous animals?
So you met my new boyfriend. Oh, lighten up.
Oh my god. She's really dating that stupid soup guy.
This ban on public displays of affection bites.
Hey, you're talking about my most favoriteest legal infraction of all.
Yeah?
Not with you. Ew.
Of course she'd say that.
Isn't graffiti a major infraction?
You'd think. But after Big Brown had all those buildings coated in that Teflon polymer junk a couple years ago, graffiti's been knocked down to a 2 demerit offense. Go fig.
Do you know where I could score some forbidden materials?
Do I strike you as somebody who would possess illegal substances?
Kinda, yeah.
And you strike me as somebody who would turn in somebody like me. Next topic.
I'm not ready to change the subject yet.
This law against public kissing is a load of bull, right?
Yeah, this town is full of it. What are you gonna do?
Protest, that's what. Let's go stage a public kiss-in.
Let's not and say we did.
On second thought, maybe I don't want to know any more about breaking the rules.
Wuss.
Ah, man.
So, Jennifer.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of me?
I don't.
Of course you don't. Not in this timeline.
Seriously, what have you got against me? I'm kind of popular, right?
Very popular. Among a certain crowd.
What crowd?
Dorks.
Ah. Well, you know what? She's a total witch. She really is.
Marty McFly a dork? It's impossible. He can't be a dork.
Okay, anyone who talks about himself in the third person is a dork.
My mom and dad.
What about them?
Would you say they're normal?
By Hill Valley standards, yeah. In other words, they're warped beyond repair. Sorry to be the one to break it to you.
Oh, they're about to be pretty warped. I can already tell.
Did you get a load of Biff Tannen back there? He's so...
Calm.
Yeah, creeps me out.
You and me both. If that's what the Citizen Plus program's all about, I'll stay a Citizen Minus.
You and me both.
What do you know about the Citizen Plus program?
Only what I hear on TV, and the radio, and the newspapers, and the PA systems all over town. They want everybody to enroll, and they say it'll make us all happy and well-adjusted, which is why I'm gonna stay clear of it.
And this should... Or, no, I don't think it's the last choice, but...
Hill Valley's totally screwed up, but I got a plan to fix everything.
You do, huh?
I'm gonna go talk to Citizen Brown and get him to make it all better.
That sounds like the kind of plan you'd come up with, weirdo.
Yeah, he's only doing this to fix everything. Little do you understand.
Citizen Brown is a really great guy.
You're wasting your breath, Martin. I don't buy into all that happy talk.
No, really, this crazy police state wasn't his idea. It'll all get undone once I have a good talk with him.
You know, I almost feel sorry for you.
Almost? No. Right.
It won't be long before I see Citizen Brown.
Hey, can I come with you?
You want to see Citizen Brown too?
Yeah. Maybe he can give me a heart when he gives you a brain.
Couldn't have to ask.
A Wizard of Oz reference. How delightful.
Your paint's starting to streak.
Ah!
She is definitely gonna need a heart, by the way, because she clearly doesn't have one in this timeline.
She missed a spot.
I'll forget the graffiti. Time to move on.
Look out, son!
Ah, so that's Lorraine.
Mom?
Well, it's about time we actually see her face. Although you did see her face in the episode 2 end credits anyway.
Martin!
Sorry.
Oh, hey, Mom. So, what? Are you out here shopping or something?
Oh, shopping? Pff, who shops anymore? No, it's that time of the month for me again. For my civic duty. I'll be polishing the statue all day.
Oh, right.
Well, that's gotta suck for you.
What's with the golf cart, Mom?
Now, Martin, I know you're embarrassed to be driving around in last year's model, but we really can't afford the 86s yet.
What about my truck?
No one owns a truck in Hill Valley. Martin, are you sure you're feeling okay?
Yeah. I must have had a really vivid dream last night.
Well, I hope your dream world was more fun than this one. Could you do me a favor? I forgot to give your father my timesheet for last week, and now Mr. Nosy is convinced that I'm hiding something from him.
Timesheet?
Aren't they annoying? But Citizen Brown always says, a scheduled life is a happy life. Anywho, could you be a dear and drop it off at the house? Here, take the car.
Actually,
I know, dear. Love you too. I'd give you a kiss, but you know what that gets ya. Don't forget to pick me up this evening.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, Lorraine, there's something I want to talk to you about. Assuming I can chat with her right away.
Mom?
I hope you got time to talk right now.
I'm having a bad day, Mom. Can I ask you a few things?
We all have our share, son.
Of course we do.
I, lost my timesheet. What have I got going on this week?
Well, Monday is Junior Brown Brigade.
Junior what now?
And Tuesday is Model UN.
Model UN?
Mm-hmm. You represent Djibouti. On Wednesday, you'll be overseeing the board game club at the rec center.
Okay, I've heard enough.
Yeah, that's all pretty boring stuff.
I saw Jennifer earlier today.
Oh, Jennifer. What a spunky gal. Are you two patching things up?
She totally blew me off.
Well, I'm not the world's biggest dating expert, seeing as how I married the first guy to fall from the sky. But maybe you should spend a little less time with your microscopes and ant farms, and a little more time tending to her needs. What kind of things is she passionate about, Martin? What are her interests?
I don't even know anymore.
You see?
Yep, I have no idea either.
Everyone is treating me like some sort of goody two-shoes, Mom.
They're just jealous that you're such a perfect citizen of Hill Valley.
Have I always been this way?
Always been a perfect little son? Going on 18 years now.
What about that time I set fire to the living room?
Oh, but you only did that so you could show us the fire retardant you made with your chemistry set.
Heavy.
Huh, so he lights the living room rug on fire in pretty much any alternate timeline.
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Alrighty, dear.
Now, what about you, Lorraine?
What about you, Mom?
What about me?
What do you know about Citizen Plus?
I saw you talking to Biff about the Citizen Plus program.
Biff says I'd be a perfect candidate for it.
I know Biff, and if that's what the Citizen Plus program does to people, then you don't want any part of it.
But Biff has been reformed. Look at him. He seems so happy now. So at peace with this town. What I wouldn't give.
He's a total veg, Mom.
Your father is always telling me that I don't invest enough in the workings of our great Citizen Brown. Maybe it's time for me to turn a new leaf and just go with the flow.
Okay, just hold off for a bit, please. I don't want you doing anything rash.
Yeah, trust me, you really don't want to take part in this ridiculous program.
What are you doing out here, polishing the statue?
I know! I was scheduled to clean the clock this month, but then Needle's mom ate some of that bad tofu that's been going around. So there was some reshuffling in the L Sector duty roster, and here I am. I kinda wish I was cleaning the clock, though. So much nicer up there without all the cameras.
The cameras?
Wave to Big Brother. Or Big Husband in this case.
So wait, you really would rather clean that huge clock on top of the courthouse? Really? Well, I'm guessing that she's not afraid of heights or anything.
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Alrighty, dear.
Okay, about somebody else.
I feel like I don't know anybody anymore.
Well, Martin, that could be a sign you need to get out more.
Yep, it really is.
Is there any way I could talk to Citizen Brown?
Oh, you know how difficult that is, Martin. The great man spends so much time coming up with new rules and demerits that he barely has time to talk to us anymore. I guess that's the price we pay for a safe, happy city.
So he doesn't see anyone?
Not unless someone starts rolling up the demerits. He still takes a personal interest in those situations. And of course you could talk to Mrs. Brown.
Clara?
No, silly. Edna.
Edna Strickland?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Now this is completely wrong. So Doc he's married the wrong woman in this timeline. This is pretty bad.
Wait, Doc, Citizen Brown is married to Edna Strickland?
Did you get a bump on the head or something? They've been happily married for nearly 40 years. In fact, if you ask me, I think Edna wears the pants in the relationship. She's the one always announcing the day-to-day bulletins. Probably writes them herself.
I need to sit down.
I'm afraid there's no time for sitting, Marty. You have more answers to get.
Biff seems, unusually mellow.
Well, he should be. He just finished the Citizen Plus program. So far, it looks like it's done him a world of good.
You don't think he seems a bit off? I mean, he's so un-Biff.
Well, isn't that the point? You remember what he used to be like? He was an unholy terror.
He wasn't that bad.
Now, sure, but you should have seen him in high school.
I can imagine.
Oh yeah, he totally knows how he was like back then.
What do you think of Jennifer, Mom?
Well, she certainly looked like quite a handful, dear. I was really hoping some of her, joie de vivre would have rubbed off on you.
What do you mean by that?
Well, Martin, you can be a little uptight sometimes.
Jeez, don't sugarcoat it, Mom.
Well, maybe you needed to hear it. There's nothing wrong with having priorities in life. Just maybe Jennifer should have been a little higher on your list.
Yeah, she should.
Well, you did buy that guitar. That's a step in the right direction. Women love musicians. Just keep practicing and I'm sure you'll get better.
What are you talking about? I'm a great musician.
That's the spirit.
Well, yeah, I mean, Marty's part of a band. What, did the Pinheads not exist in this timeline?
Jen's dad doesn't seem to like me very much.
He's just a little stressed out, dear. Filling the crime-stomping shoes of his legendary father makes poor Danny Jr. a little twitchy.
So I see.
But he gets the job done. Between him and his father, Hill Valley's been as dry as the Sahara Desert for decades now. Unfortunately.
Dry. Doc was right. We did overdo it.
Okay, well.
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Alrighty, dear.
Now, moving on to the rules category.
Is it just me, or does Hill Valley feel really strict today?
Some might even call it stifling. But you didn't hear that from me.
It's extremely stifling if you ask me.
Biff told me that he got in trouble for public displays of affection.
Can you believe it? Sure, things got a little out of control back in the 60s with the free love and all, but now even holding hands will get you a verbal warning.
Wait, so you can't even kiss?
Can't even hug. It's barbaric. City Hall treats us like a bunch of children going to the movies.
I'll say. And what about at weddings? Are the bride and groom no longer allowed to kiss in front of a big crowd of people in this timeline? I mean, that's considered public kissing, right? It's such bullcrap.
Biff was talking about all the contraband he used to keep. Do you know anything about that?
What are you implying, Martin?
I'm not implying anything. I just want to know what kind of contraband might still be around. You know, so I can watch out for it. Like a good citizen.
Well, I wouldn't know about such things. But people still smuggle alcohol in from the next county. I heard the kids at school have been smuggling Xerox copies of Dungeons and Dragons. I bet you'd be into something like that, huh?
I'll get back to you on that.
Don't tell me Dungeons and Dragons is illegal in Hill Valley too.
Is it true that Biff was responsible for getting dogs outlawed?
I think that was all Edna's idea. She's always had a sore spot for dogs. Now your father and I, we love dogs.
You do? I didn't know that. How come we never had a dog?
We had meant to get one to teach you children about responsibility, but by the time we had you, dogs had already been banned. Now I don't think we'll ever have the chance to raise a puppy.
Jeez, Mom, that could be the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, even to me. Screw all these new rules.
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Alrighty, dear.
Actually, this chat is over now. Marty's gotta go see his old man now. We're all about to see what George is like in this alternate Hill Valley.
Well, it's not the truck, but I guess it'll do.
It's your only option anyway. Wow, driving around town in a golf cart. Now that's just plain kooky. What's up with the house?
I don't know, John. Isn't this illegal?
What isn't illegal in Hill Valley?
What is Citizen Brown's watching?
Don't worry, nobody can see us here.
He's a peeping Tom.
Ah! Dad, try to warn your old man the next time, okay?
Okay, didn't mean to startle you, Pop. Ah, so the McFly still have a bug zapper in this timeline.
Effective against moths, mosquitoes, and tannins.
Oh yeah, just like in that Tin and Crime Family timeline.
Attention, citizens! This domicile is in violation of Civic Ordinance CZ-36 and has been placed in protective quarantine until corrective measures can be taken. Please back away from the house and have a nice day.
What the hell?
Don't violate the perimeter, son.
Good morning, Mrs. Brown.
Okay, whatever is up with the house, oh hey, another squawk box.
What's the problem, citizen?
Everything's perfectly alright now. We're fine. We're all fine now, thank you. How are you?
Oh wow, that was a Star Wars reference. I think, episode 4, that may have been from. Oh wait, hold on. I need to talk to George, he's this way. And apparently, he's spying on a lot of people in Hill Valley using those monitors.
Hey, what for?
Unbelievable. And hey, Marty's guitar.
Good day, citizen.
Hey, what's my guitar doing out here?
Your mother and I convinced you to give it up, remember? Rock and roll music is frowned on by the Brown administration. It sets a poor example for all the kids who look up to you as a model of studiousness and moral gravity. And besides, you're not very good.
How dare he says that to his own son? But anyway, fine, just leave it.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's not like
Yeah,
I'll
here
be
you got
eating
him
it
with
later
more
on
demerits,
anyway.
Ethan. Good on.
Greetings, programs. Brock 2.0. Anatomical constructs for sciences of all sorts. Boring.
Yep. Okay, it's time to talk with the father now, and see what he's doing here.
I saw Mom downtown. She told me to give this to you.
Thanks.
Say, what gives around here?
Ah, you know, the usual. Keeping tabs on Hill Valley through my trusty bank of monitors. Always on the lookout for some interesting footage.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, everybody always picks this option, which of course I'm not gonna do.
My dad's a snoop? Is this your job, or do you, do it for kicks?
What kind of silly question is that? I've been gathering candid documentary footage for Citizen Brown's promotional videos for over a year now. I know your mother doesn't approve of my work, but wait a minute. You say you saw Lorraine? 11 to 12 hair salon, 12 to 12:20 lunch at soup mo counter, cream of asparagus with crackers.
What was that?
You know your mother's problems. If she slips up again, it could mean demerits for the whole family. There she is, polishing the statue in the park. Just like the schedule dictates. Oh, then everything's fine. Good. Unless... How was she when you spoke to her? Lucid? Sober?
Did you see the monitor? The one Lorraine was on? She wasn't even exactly moving, they were still frames, pretty much.
What are you getting at? Jeez, I'm not gonna rat my own mom, even if she is a...
Shh! I don't know for sure that your mother has relapsed into her old ways, but she's been acting very odd lately, almost as if she didn't like my constant supervision. Confidentially, I suspect she's got a flask hidden somewhere, probably very near the spot where she's working right now. Do me a favor, son, will you? See if you can worm the truth out of her. She won't confide in me, but she may be less guarded with you. Double rations this week if you help your old man out. What do you say? That's a good boy.
Okay, Dad, we need to talk.
And yeah, of course, it's time for another long conversation.
What were you hiding when I came in just now?
Hiding? I don't know what you're talking about, son.
Come on, I saw it. It was a videotape, right?
I might as well tell you. After all, you'll be 18 soon.
Tell me what?
Hill Valley under Citizen Brown is not quite the contented town you were led to believe it was.
That's what George said in the episode 2 end credits.
I don't believe it.
This isn't a criticism of the great man himself, of course, or his sainted wife, Edna. No one's worked harder than they to apply the most advanced social planning techniques to our municipality. But...
What?
Confidentially, not everybody appreciates it. A great many citizens, perhaps even the majority, actively resent the Brown administration. They don't say so publicly, of course. But in private, well, just listen.
I tell you, Bert, this regime is a joke. They're all laughing at us over in Fairfax.
A toast to Citizen Brown. May his beloved courthouse be struck by lightning. Shh, Agnes, you're awful. Are you coming to the town square, Lester? Citizen Brown's about to give another speech.
Citizen Brown can kiss my hairy...
Well, you get the idea.
Sounds like people can't stand what the Browns have done to Hill Valley.
Not everyone. Only around 50%, maybe 60.
Does Citizen Brown know?
He should. Whenever I send copies of my raw footage to the Public Relations Department over at the courthouse, I get a memo telling me how much Citizen Brown thanks me for my service. But how could he see those videos and not do anything about it?
Maybe you should take your tapes directly to Brown.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, sure, he might appreciate my bringing these problems to his attention and reward me for my public service, but then again, they say it's never wise to be the bearer of bad news.
No doubt Edna's the one who's stopping Brown from getting those tapes.
Why don't you give me those videotapes? I'll take them to Citizen Brown.
Thanks for offering, son, but I don't want to get you involved. Citizen Brown won't like what he sees on them, and I wouldn't want you to get the brunt of his displeasure, not to mention the displeasure of all the folks on the tapes. Once they find out I recorded them, no, I'm not letting these tapes out of my sight. It's too dangerous.
Right. Well,
How exactly does this setup work?
I'm glad to see you taking an interest. Each of these monitors is connected to multiple cameras, of which I've strategically jacked into throughout the valley, with official clearance, of course. I can switch between cameras with these buttons. There's also a VCR for each monitor. I keep a record of everything I see, so if I happen across something intriguing, I can keep it on file.
boy. He's one major snoop in this alternate Hill Valley.
What's the deal with the house, Dad?
Don't know how to tell you this, son, but while you were away at your Mathemagic competition, our house got slapped with a CZ36 violation.
What?
I know, it's so embarrassing. Your mother's mortified. She works so hard to keep a clean house, but those dust mites are so hard to keep down.
Wait a minute, we can't go into the house because of dust mites?
Well, not until they send in the cleanup crew.
This is ridiculous.
Thank goodness they let me move my office out here into the garage.
It's absolutely ludicrous. Ludicrous beyond belief.
So, when is this dust mite problem gonna be solved so I can get to all my stuff?
Well, the cleanup crew said they'd probably get around to it by tonight, but they're kind of backed up, so I wouldn't expect them until tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow? Where am I supposed to sleep?
I got it all covered, son. We're gonna camp out back just like we did when you were little.
Okay, this timeline is officially a nightmare.
Ditto. What should we talk about next?
Hill Valley has a lot of rules.
It certainly does, for our own good.
Yeah, it's really not so good to me.
Did you ever harbor a dangerous animal?
Aha! Couldn't if I wanted to. They've all been banned. But I did catch something very interesting on one of my monitors yesterday. Which one was it? Oh, yes! Does that look like a stray dog to you? Whatever it is, Edna's Animal Patrol will make short work of it.
That dog looks just like Einstein. Hopefully he's still around town somewhere.
Did you ever harbor a dangerous
Oh
animal?
god, it's the same thing.
Aha! Couldn't if I wanted to. They've all been banned.
Oh wait. Oh, it was shortened. Okay, I didn't realize.
Public kissing is illegal, right?
Ah, the old PDA law. Indeed it is. And what's more, violation carries a hefty load of demerits. But you know, it's a law people break with surprising regularity. Why, I could show you videotaped evidence.
How exactly do people get other people to break it?
On second thought, perhaps I shouldn't show you the videotaped evidence.
Fine, whatever. That's not very important right now anyway.
If I got caught with a contraband item, I'd get in a lot of trouble, right?
You certainly would. You could be facing up to 1,000 demerits, depending on the item. But of course, you wouldn't be caught dead with anything illegal. It's your mother I'm worried about.
Well, actually, George, you're wrong about... Well, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Something on your mind?
Marty will get caught with something quote-unquote illegal soon enough.
It's about someone we both know.
Yes?
Have you ever spent time with Citizen Brown?
Well, of course I'm in the audience for every one of his public addresses.
One-on-one, I mean.
Oh, no. He'd never notice a common Sector L citizen like me. But I dream that someday he'll recognize me for my public service, and maybe let me shake his hand.
Okay, well then...
What can you tell me about Edna?
Mrs. Citizen Brown? Oh, she's a wonderful woman. People just think of her as this sweet, self-effacing grandmotherly type.
Edna? Are we talking about the same?
But really, she's just as involved in running the town as her husband is.
Yeah, and... Well, again, Doc's married to the wrong woman.
David and Linda.
Have you heard from them?
No, I thought maybe you had.
Not in ages. As far as I know, he's still working for the big city newspaper, and she's still in that women's boarding house. I'll never understand why they decided to leave Hill Valley.
Oh, I can totally understand why, and I wouldn't blame them one bit. And no, you never see Dave or Linda anywhere in this game.
Have you seen Biff lately?
Not since he went to the reconditioning center. Is he back among the living?
Depends on what you mean by living. He's really different. from the way I remember him.
Lucky dog. In a way, it isn't fair that Hill Valley's biggest scofflaw should be the first to receive the benefits of the new Citizens Plus program. But I know I shouldn't be jealous.
Well, there's no need to be jealous of Biff, because I really have a bad feeling about the Citizen Plus program.
Something on your mind?
Yeah, about your wife.
It's about Mom. How'd she get to be such a mess? This isn't how she is in my perfect world.
You're right, it's a real puzzle. Because of course we both know Hill Valley is a perfect world, but for some peculiar reason, the harder I try to get her to conform to the rules, the more she slips up.
Well, something tells me that it's due to the fact that you're constantly spying on her, and other people.
Don't you think Mom would be a little more relaxed if you gave her just a little bit of space?
Now, there's a fine suggestion. What would Hill Valley be like if people gave each other space? Why, we'd all be tempted to follow our own impulses, and there's no telling where that might lead.
Man.
She's thinking about signing up for the Citizen Plus program.
Is she now?
You're not going to let her go through with it, are you?
Well, from what I hear, it's a fairly drastic procedure which completely reshapes the subject's personality. On the other hand, if Citizen Brown recommends it, it's gotta be a good thing.
I'm pretty sure it's mostly Edna who recommends it. It's gotta be all her idea.
Something on your mind?
Now, about you.
So about you and your, work.
Shoot.
You seem to be really into this spying business.
It's not spying, son. It's cinema verite. These candid moments of Hill Valley's residents will eventually be compiled and edited into the documentaries and promotional materials that advertise our way of life to the rest of the world. True, you could argue that I've taken things to extremes, but I still get up to take my meals, and of course to use the facilities.
You mean like the bathroom or something?
You're supposed to be... I mean, wouldn't you rather spend your time writing, say, science fiction novels?
Science fiction. I did mess around with that once, but that was before Citizen Brown made it illegal.
Science fiction's illegal?
Sci-fi promotes an unhealthy obsession with the fantastic and impossible, and it encourages the idea that there might be better societies than Hill Valley, which is subversive nonsense, of course.
Suburban nonsense? It's just... Man. I would never want to live in a town with such bullcrap rules.
Okay, different subject.
Yeah?
And finally, about Marty.
It's about me.
I'm all ears.
Yeah, of course you are. We both are.
You, is there anywhere you expect me to be, like, right now?
Well, I did expect you to be up at the lake until tomorrow with that Math-A-Magic competition, so I guess your time is pretty much your own right now.
Well, that's good, because he's got plans for being able to see Citizen Brown.
Well, from certain things I've heard, I get the idea that people in this town regard Marty McFly as a...
As a what?
A nerd.
They said that?
In so many words.
Just because a boy studies hard and gets straight A's and respects the rules and doesn't party or drink or stay out late and is perhaps a bit socially inept and obsessed with personal hygiene and prefers his rubber band collection
Stop. I really don't want to hear anymore.
I'm proud of you, son.
Yeah, seriously, George, you talk too much.
I'm trying to understand why Jennifer broke up with me in this time. Recent past.
Are you still mooning over that girl? Forget her! She's bad news. Why, my surveillance cameras have caught her doing things that are completely against the Hill Valley Code.
I don't want to know.
Kissing boys. Sitting with boys in cars. I've kept quiet about it for her father's sake, but believe me, you're well rid of her.
Yeah, she seems pretty good at getting away with all these rule breaking.
Okay, different subject.
Yeah?
Nope, that's it for this conversation.
Well, I'll leave you to your snooping.
Supervising, son, supervising.
I'll leave you to it.
Right.
Another day in Hill Valley.
Okay, see you later, Pop. Marty's got some rules to break. The first thing I'm gonna do after I get back to the town square is talk to Lorraine again, and see if she does indeed have a flask hidden somewhere. let me see how Biff's doing first.
Hey, got a sec, Biff?
Well, sure, Martin. What's on your mind?
How's your re-education holding up?
Still incapable and uninterested in breaking the rules.
Right.
Sure you aren't craving a beer?
I do kind of miss beer. On second thought, bleh.
Oh man, he's totally like a zombie or something.
Used to be a real bruiser.
But that's all behind me now.
So what? You wouldn't even defend yourself?
I don't know if I could, actually.
Wuss.
Oh, you're just aching to find out, though. Oh. Don't torment me.
Oh, God.
I could get used to this.
No, please, Martin. Don't make me angry.
Alright, Biff. You're off the hook this time.
Alright, that's enough.
See you later, Biff.
Bye, Martin.
Now, back to talking to the mother. Is she really hiding something?
Mom? So, what's up with Dad?
Indeed. What is up with him?
That setup in his garage is pretty intense.
That's not the word I'd use. More like creepy.
I heard that.
Darn it, George. Stop listening in on our conversation.
Mom, are you drinking again?
Don't be silly, dear. Booze is illegal, you know.
Yeah, Mom. It's just that Dad mentioned...
Your father. Why, I just can't get away from his prying eyes. Always spying, always watching. You mind your own business, George.
Now, Lorraine, this is for your own good. I know you're keeping a secret from me.
It's mine to keep.
Dad! Mom! Knock it off, you two!
Now, you listen here, young man. This is an adult matter between your mother and me.
Dad, I know, but your way isn't working. You gotta give her some space here.
Huh? Where'd she go?
Mom?
Aha! I knew it. What is that in your hand? Rum? Gin? A wine cooler?
For your information, it's brass cleaner. I have a job to do here, you know.
Lorraine.
Now, at this point, after you talk to Lorraine about the flask, and while she and George are squabbling, I'm gonna say that, you can mess with the statue again.
I wouldn't be...
And Marty won't get another demerit for it. You need to interact with the statue twice. What you're supposed to do is block George's view. Just like that.
What happened? What the heck am I looking at?
At a rocket.
Yes!
And now, I can get that flask.
Mom, now that Dad isn't watching...
Oh, Martin!
Was that a flask, Mom?
Flask? Don't be ridiculous.
Look, it's okay, Mom. Get a hold of yourself.
Oh, your father's right. I'm backsliding. But it's been so hard, what with your brother and sister leaving, and then your father getting obsessed with his monitors, and...
Let me take care of the flask. Dad doesn't have to know anything about it.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I couldn't bear the thought of facing your father over this.
Man, poor Lorraine. Okay, come to Papa.
This timeline sucks. Mom and Dad are fighting again. Mom's drinking. It's like everything Doc and I ever did to fix things is falling apart. Time to get some attention.
Yes, time to get enough attention so Marty would be able to finally talk to Doc. But first, let me interact with this one more time.
What's the problem, citizen?
Yeah, I'll have a double animal style with fries and a diet.
That's it. It's called an emergency intercom for a reason. I'm wrapping you for an SCR 300. Take your demerit printout before you go.
Now screw you two. But now, what I'm gonna do first is have Marty get busted for carrying a flask around. You need to show this to Officer Parker.
Hands up, citizen. Assume the position.
Here goes nothing.
There better be apple juice in this.
Why don't you open it and find out?
Don't get smart with me! I knew you were no good, McFly.
Officer Parker, what seems to be the problem here?
Citizen McFly, ma'am. Came strolling up with a 181B violation in his pocket.
Ugh. You, young citizen, where did you get that booze?
Nowhere?
Is he being smart with me?
Yeah, he played that attitude on me as well.
Could we just fast forward the lecture and just get this over with already?
No! Officer, demerit him severely. And as for the alcohol, drop it into the recycling bin.
With pleasure, ma'am. Now, keep your nose clean, or you'll find yourself in front of Citizen Brown.
Little does he know, that's exactly what Marty wants. You all just saw the new elderly Edna Strickland. She's clearly no longer a crazy Catwoman who shouts at people out her window. Not to mention the incorrect Mrs. Brown. But now, well, you can see that this contraband demerit is separate from the generic demerits. You need to get 2 other special demerits. Marty now needs to get busted for harboring a dog and kissing a girl in public. After that, he'll finally get to see Doc. I'm gonna go back to Soup Mo, and something different's gonna happen. Oh my god, those two were just kissing.
Welcome to Soup Mo, where soup is just... Oh, it's you. This better be important, McFly.
Leech, was that Jennifer?
Well, A, it's none of your business, and B, seeing as she ain't your chick no more, yeah.
Okay, now this timeline is really pissing me off.
Me too, Marty. I hate it very much.
What's on the menu?
Soup.
Just soup?
And more.
What falls under the more category?
We got neat loaf. It's made with textured wheat protein.
No thanks.
What's up with Marty's eyes through that glass? It's pretty weird.
What else falls under the more category?
Well, there's the hum burger. It's made from pressed roasted hummus.
Do you have any real meat back there?
Define real.
What, you don't have any, like, traditional beef?
What kind of soup you got?
Scrolle...
Ribellini?
Yeah, that's right.
Some things never change.
Yeah, and that's, somewhat fine with me.
I'm afraid to ask, but what other non-soup food do you have? Anything edible?
Well, we have these pea and liver with soy cheese hot dogs. They're new, and we're offering free samples. You want one?
It sounds gross, but I guess I'll give it a try.
Where are the free samples?
Here. I keep them behind the counter.
Huh, no wonder.
Oh, God.
If you puke, you're cleaning it up, wuss.
I can't finish this.
Not my problem.
Marty didn't even take a bite of that anyway.
What are those things?
Those are the liver and peas with soy cheese hot dogs.
Ew.
You and me both, brown noser.
Huh, so he doesn't find them very appetizing either.
Why are the samples behind the counter?
I can't leave them out, dude. There's a DOG running around town, and he keeps going after the sample tray, knocking them all over the ground.
A dog? Wait, these samples haven't been on the ground, have they?
Geez, McFly, relax. They're fresh. Mostly.
Huh, so that dog is still around here. I wonder if it's Einstein.
About this dog, what's he look like?
Beats me. He's a smart little SOB. He only comes around when my back is turned.
Then how do you know it's a dog? You can smell him?
Allergies, dimwit.
You are a moron, Leech. Okay, now.
You got a cold or something?
Ugh, it's allergies. I swear there's a dog hanging out around here somewhere.
A dog?
Yeah, and the stupid mutt keeps trying to steal my free samples.
We already cleared that up.
You sure there's a dog around here?
Listen, smart boy, there's only 2 things I'm allergic to. Dogs and disco, and I don't hear no chicka bow wow, do you?
No.
Then it's a dog.
How is it even possible to be allergic to hearing disco music? That's senseless.
You and Jennifer? Really?
Oh, is the poor little nerd jealous?
Well, yeah, and a little disgusted.
That's probably the soup.
You better treat Jen with respect, Leech.
Hey, I got nothing but respect for Jennifer. Respect for her eyes, for her hips, the way she wriggles when she...
Hey!
Now, that dork that let her get away, there's a loser that I got no respect for.
God, I totally flip the bird at him if I could. Okay, enough with this chat.
See ya. Smell you later.
Screw you two. Oh my god, there he is.
Hey, there's that mangy. Go get him, McFly.
I'll get that dog alright. Oh boy, a spray paint can for Marty. Okay, select it please. Or wait. Okay, you just select the ammo box and then you get the can. Now you are supposed to spray it at something in particular, but first, you can use the spray can on this empty space on the wall, and it's gonna give me a trophy.
Pinheads, huh? Figures? Give me that.
Yeah, you're welcome, witch. See that? I got Marty and the pinheads right there. What? New milestone reached? You're 0% to the next... Whoa, what the... Okay, more than half the screen went black right there for some reason, but it just said that I reached a new trophy level. I don't know what that is, but... Okay. Now, you're supposed to spray this plank right here. It's supposed to help you catch the dog.
It would look better blue.
But before I worry about catching Einstein, let's get this next rule-breaking violation out of the way.
What is it now?
You and Leech, Jennifer?
Hey, don't badmouth Leech. There's a lot more to him than soup, you know.
Like what?
For one thing, he wields an axe like nobody's business.
Yeah, well, newsflash, so does Marty.
You haven't seen a stray dog around here, have you?
Not since they were banned.
Yeah, you were clearly too busy putting some unnecessary touches to your graffiti. I mean, it looks finished to me.
Leech is a wastoid. Come on, Jen. It's you and me.
Dream on, McFly. We might have had a thing for about 10 minutes, but you're not even in the same league as Leech.
Oh, he will be. He'll be back in the same league soon enough.
You know anything about that dog that just came through here?
You're seeing things, McWeirdo. There hasn't been a dog in Hill Valley for years, not since Big Brown banned them.
What, you didn't hear any, paws running by?
So you got yourself a new guitar player.
What can I say? I'm a girl who appreciates a hot lick.
Yeah, I remember. Come on, Jennifer. Nobody in town plays guitar like me.
I'm talking electric guitar, Martin. I'm gonna be honest, the ukulele has to go.
Seriously, electric guitar is exactly what Marty was talking about.
I can outplay your loser boyfriend any day of the week.
You're that desperate to get to first base.
Did you say first or fourth?
I'd give you 2.5. But first you gotta prove you've got better fingers than Leech. You ready to throw down?
I was born ready.
Okay, so where's your guitar, McLoser? I should have known. All talk, no rock.
No, great. I had the chance to get Marty's guitar back in the garage, and I chose, to just leave it. And now I gotta go back and get it.
Your paint's starting to streak.
Ah!
Well, it's back home, Marty goes. Okay. I really do need to get that guitar after all, and oh my god, look at the steps. And, oh man. There are several graphical flaws in this edition. And I'm willing to bet that many people prefer the original edition of this game all because of this. But anyway.
Citizen Brown.
You shouldn't have taken away my guitar, Dad. Rock and roll is my destiny.
Trust your father on this one. I may not know much about music, but I know enough to know that you don't know much about music.
Oh, you are so wrong about that.
Come on, Dad. I need that guitar.
Give me one good reason why I should give it back to you.
Because...
Well, just like your son said.
rock and roll is my destiny. Destiny.
Destiny? What would you know about destiny? Now quit fooling around and get back to your studies.
God, screw this incarnation of George.
Music is good for you. It improves your mental performance.
Then take up the piccolo. Leave the electric guitar to the rebels and malcontents.
So apparently this is the only choice that will work.
A certain girl is only gonna like me if I can play the guitar.
A certain girl? You don't mean...
Jennifer.
Oh, Martin. Why are you fixated on that little hellion? She's nothing but trouble.
Yeah, my kind of trouble.
And besides, the way you play guitar, you're only gonna drive her further Go ahead, son. Do your worst.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Hey, Demerit. Hey, what's wrong?
Okay, back to that alley. Oh, you just saw that dog. After you use the spray paint on the plank, you're supposed to climb over it, and then you can see where the dog's hiding by the paint footprints. But I want to get this done first. Playing the guitar for Jennifer.
Yeah?
Now I have what I need to outplay Leech.
Tell Leech there's a new sheriff in town.
Ooh, nice axe. Your mommy buy that for you?
Just get Leech.
Fine.
You can knock on my door anytime.
Hold it, we got company.
McFly, what's that was doing here?
He says he can outplay you. I told him, there's no one in Hill Valley better than you. Want to go prove it?
The Ring of Rock?
Don't crush him too bad. Just teach him a lesson.
Okay, let's get ready to rock the house, Leech. You need to start off by doing the scissor kick. Oh yeah, we're both jamming. Because rock is what we're all about, it's what we live for. We want to shout it out. I'm gonna go this way. Assuming that'll even be the right move. These two are just gonna keep copying each other's moves. What you need to do is get Leech to fall into one of the dumpsters. Of course the one that's open. You also want to make sure he doesn't get anywhere near Marty's amplifier. Otherwise, your next move will cause him to, cut Marty's cord. And that'll end the guitar playing. But even if that happens, you could just challenge Leech to a rematch. Now let's both get back on the platforms and hope Leech stays there this time. Yeah, that's more like it. Now that Leech is standing on that plank and there's nothing underneath it, you pick Hot. And Marty will win. Ha! Serves you right.
Martin McFly, that was totally awesome.
What can I say? Some guys got it and some guys don't.
You broke my headstock.
I think I've got a new idol. Come near.
Wait, I got a better idea.
Oh yeah,
What
this
was
is
it
more
you
like
called
it.
me? A square?
A girl's entitled to make a mistake, isn't she?
Oh yeah, you made a pretty big mistake, and oh, look who's coming.
Oh.
Hooliganism! Delinquency! Officer Parker! I just caught these two degenerates violating statute number...
Jennifer?
Daddy!
476D.
Open mouths?
And tongues.
You've gone too far, Jennifer.
What's the big deal? It's only hormones.
Stop! We don't use words like that in this town.
I'll deal with you later, young lady. We're gonna have to have a long talk about the Citizen Plus program.
What?
Oh, come on.
Officer, give Mr. McFly a 476D's worth of demerits. I'll tend to your wayward
Yes,
daughter.
ma'am. And this is for getting my daughter in trouble with Citizen Edna. Now keep out of trouble, or Citizen Brown will come down on you like a brick wall.
Don't you mean come down on him like a thunderbolt? That's what I say. Okay, no doubt Jen is pretty mad at Marty for getting her busted. But now let's finally catch Einstein. And get the last special demerit.
Now we're in business.
These blue paw prints remind me of Blue's Clues, wouldn't you say? And the dog will always hide behind this table.
I outsmarted you, didn't I? Oh, don't be like that, Einie.
No doubt Edna got that muzzle put on him. But after you find Einstein, you give him the hot dog sample.
Look, Einie, I've got a treat for you. Attaboy, now hold still. See, I'm not such a bad guy, right? Whoa, okay. I guess I've won you over. I wish they were all this easy.
Same here.
What is it, boy? Einstein, wait! No!
Rabies, help!
Back! Down! Shit! Play dead!
Officer Parker, subdue that beast at once!
Einstein, sit!
Einstein? Oh, if he bites me, you'll be in a world of trouble, citizen. Wait, I know that creature. Officer Parker, that's the stray that keeps escaping the kennel. I thought he was muzzled.
I took the muzzle off.
You what?
That's right, he's my dog now.
Citizen, you are in violation of Statute 357K.
Parker, demerit this hooligan at once. I'll return this creature to the kennel.
Yes, ma'am.
Filthy, wretched beasts.
Don't worry, Einie. Once I fix all this, you'll be back with Doc and romping through time.
Now stay out of trouble, unless you want a visit from Citizen Brown.
He does.
McFly.
Hey, Jennifer. Are you still angry with me?
Angry? Nah. The threat of being Citizen Plus was worth it just to see my dad's veins go all purple like that.
Great, because I gotta go.
Jeez, Martin, what's gotten into you? Booze, dogs, necking in public? It's like you're a different guy today. A way cooler guy.
I know this is gonna be hard to believe, but I'm the same guy I've always been. It's everyone else who's messed up. And stop calling me Martin. It's Marty.
Well, Marty, what's next on the agenda? Knocking over banks?
Maybe. What's a guy gotta do to get in trouble around here?
I think you're about to find out.
You, citizen.
Get out of here, Jen.
Not a problem.
Are you Martin Seamus McFly?
Yes?
We have a warrant for your detention.
Detention?
You've accrued over 15,000 demerits in the past 24 hours.
Cool.
Is it, young Mr. McFly? Is being branded as a criminal of weak moral character cool?
I'm not weak.
But you are in a heap of trouble.
Trouble?
Oh my, yes. But don't worry, we're here to take care of you.
Like your Citizen Plus program took care of Biff?
Perhaps. The program is in need of new volunteers. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, let's see what Citizen Brown has to say about your particular strain of antisocial behavior.
You're taking me to Citizen Brown?
Immediately. Officers, away with him.
Yes, ma'am.
It's about time.
I always knew your goody two-shoes A+ student act was too good to be true.
Finally, Marty's off to see the new doc. Can't wait to see how this conversation is gonna go. No doubt Doc's the one who put up those statues of Einstein on the courthouse. Let me pause real quick and make a little adjustment to my headset. Be right back. Sorry people, I was having a little volume problem with the headset I'm wearing, but I just fixed it, so it's all good.
Come in, citizen.
He's already in.
Martin McFly, age 18, resident of Sector L, Father George, Mother Lorraine, president of the Junior Brown Brigade, recipient of a full-ride scholarship to Strickland College, winner of the Courthouse Challenge to Portman Award, 0 demerits until this morning. The obvious question, Mr. McFly, is... what happened to you?
Jesus Christ, Doc, what happened to you? And that's exactly what Marty will say if I choose the first dialogue choice, so I'm not going to do that.
Gotta believe me, Doc. I only did it to get your attention.
Doc. Interesting. You regard me as a doctor, indicating awareness that you're suffering from some variety of mental disorder. That's a hopeful sign, Martin. Of course, I'm not actually a doctor, but I do have the tools to turn you around and put you back on the road to societal normalization. Shall we begin with a few questions to establish a baseline?
Not really.
Forget questions. You're the one who needs to turn around.
Explain.
So many people always choose this first dialogue choice, and I'm sick of that. So I'm going with the middle choice.
This! What you've turned into, it's all wrong. You're supposed to be a scientist, an inventor. You created the flux capacitor, and we went on all these crazy adventures in time, and your hair, you don't look good, Doc.
So you believe this interview is really more about me than you?
Yes.
You went to all this trouble just to deliver a message to me in person?
Yes.
A cry for help, as it were.
Yes. No, wait.
Tell me, Martin, is your mother on the sauce again?
Yes, she is, but that's not really important.
Forget my mother. She's not the issue here.
Don't ever forget your mother, Martin. Your parents are your superiors, and respect for one's superiors is absolutely essential to the Hill Valley Order. I'm surprised your father hasn't set you straight on this point. He's shown himself to be a very obedient and cooperative citizen.
That's not how I... Yeah, not the words I'd use.
You mean a warped citizen? He's supposed to be a science fiction writer, not a peeping Tom. And you're supposed to invent a time machine.
Time machine?
Yeah, Doc, listen to me. You don't remember it, but you built a time machine out of a DeLorean.
Why?
Marty will say the same thing no matter what you choose here.
Well, just for the hell of it, I guess. Plus, the steel frame of the DeLorean dispersal, I don't know. It was important for some reason.
Fascinating.
Yes, it is fascinating. It's amazing. It's incredible. But you don't know it because you've never invented it. You're not the real Doc Brown. You gotta believe me.
And this is because?
Everything got screwed up when I went back in time to 1931.
Sounds like this time machine is a very impractical and dangerous invention.
It also doesn't matter what you choose for this.
Yes, I mean, no. What I mean is it's messed up a lot of things, but first, it made a lot of things better. Like my mom and my dad. It was only thanks to your time machine that they ever became successful and happy.
So they're happy.
But they're not, because you summoned me back in time, and somehow your timeline got messed up, and everybody else is along with it.
I see.
No, you don't. Think back. Don't you remember me? We knew each other when you were 18. I'm Harry Callahan.
Incredible. This case is more serious than I'd imagined. The boy has fabricated an alternate reality.
No, you're wrong about that.
You think I'm crazy? I guess maybe I sound crazy, but you gotta believe me.
Calm down, Martin. I'm not blaming you for anything. The failure is ours, not yours. Obviously, there was a drastic flaw in your social conditioning.
God, you don't understand.
No, I don't understand yet, but I want to. I want to get at the root of your problem. Keep talking.
Okay, this is a silly dialogue choice here. But again, it doesn't matter what you pick.
Take your time. Look around the room. Perhaps something here will stimulate your memory.
Actually, I want to bring up your memories. But yeah, there are many things you can select around the office.
So that's what Judge Brown looked like. I never actually saw him.
Of course not. He died before you were born. He was my biggest supporter, after my wife, of course.
That's a switch. Last time I saw your younger self, you and your dad had just had a big falling out over your decision to become an inventor instead of a lawyer. Isn't that right?
An impressively detailed illusion. Keep talking.
You're really telling me that Judge Brown had glowing eyes like that? No way.
It's all the same stuff I saw on my dad's monitors. I think. The whole town is under surveillance.
Yeah, because this whole town, this alternate town, is a police state, clearly.
Something about that clock looks familiar.
What, you mean like the clock tower?
You still got the movie ticket.
Indeed I do. A memento of my first date with Edna. I took her to see The Virtuous Husband.
And you never saw Frankenstein. You were supposed to go see Frankenstein that night. It was gonna give you the inspiration you needed to pull off your big demonstration at the Hill Valley Expo.
Inspired by Frankenstein? How whimsical, not to mention historically inaccurate. My darling wife is all the scientific muse I've ever needed. From my successful demonstration at the 31 Expo all the way up to my cutting-edge Citizen Plus program.
Successful? It was supposed to be a failure.
Well, the original demonstration was supposed to fail anyway.
Wow, that is cool. The sound, it's kind of lulling. Right, wait, what was I doing?
Not to mention that shape looks pretty familiar.
Hey, this is your fish tank.
Yes, that is my fish tank.
It looks much better without all the bacteria.
What? Edna just had it cleaned.
Yeah, but in 1931 it was full of bacteria that we used to make rocket fuel. Remember?
Bizarre fantasy. Go on. Proceed.
I know it's been many decades, Doc, but you must remember something from 1931 when you interacted with Marty as Harry.
Jeez, Doc sure has a lot of files. I don't have time to go through those. I'll just focus on what's out on display.
Okay, but, well, I'm guessing I can't interact with that picture of Emmett and Edna, but wait, what about the symbol?
I can't tell if it's a guy celebrating a touchdown or chained up in a gulag. Glass half full, Marty. Half full.
Or it could be, I don't know, the flux capacitor? But anyway.
Okay, take a look at this picture of Einstein here.
The dog. Harboring dangerous animals is a municipal offense.
Yeah, they told me, but you harbored this very same animal once, a long time ago. Remember the test run of your rocket car? Einstein landed on the roof of the courthouse.
I do recall something of the sort, but naturally it couldn't have been the same dog.
There wasn't anything natural about it. Einstein's a time traveler too, thanks to your invention.
Stop trying to confuse me! My whole life has been dedicated to the practical use of technology to shape a more efficient, orderly society. Ask anyone. It's a fact. You can look it up.
You know better, right, Emmett?
Wrong. Do you see this picture? I keep it close by me to remind me of the moment when my life's course became clear. August 25th, 1931. The day I single-handedly captured Kit Tannen, the scourge of Hill Valley.
Single-handedly?
And not, incidentally, the day I caught the eye of Edna Strickland, my scientific muse and the love of my life. Take a look. What you see there is a young man who understands his destiny.
That's not what I see.
What do you see?
And for some reason, the game, or the camera stays on Doc's face like that for several seconds before finally panning over it, or not panning, but anyway, when you select the photo, there are several things you can choose.
Remember him?
Arthur McFly. Your grandfather, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you and I served a subpoena to him back in 31.
Preposterous.
No, not preposterous. It really did happen.
Wow, I never noticed this before, but Edna definitely had the hots for you, didn't she?
Hots, yes. Edna was the first member of the fair sex to see something special in me.
She saw something all right, and she ran with it.
And what about... so you can't select Officer Parker. Or, yeah.
I'm almost sorry we put Kid Tannen away.
We?
Yeah, come on, don't you remember? You disarmed him and I trapped him in the rocket car.
No, that's not how it happened.
Yes, it did. How do you think Kid ended up in the rocket car? I mean, it's not like he magnetized to it or something.
Looks to me like a kid who's all psyched about his new invention.
That's where you're wrong. Although my rocket car had accidentally captured Kid Tannen, it was also a widely impractical and dangerous idea that would have triggered unimaginable consequences had I pursued it further. Luckily, Edna came along and channeled my newfound fame into more practical pursuits.
Well, anyway, you can clearly see Marty and the real Doc in between, or through the car right there. That's what you're supposed to choose.
Could that be? I think it is.
What?
It's me, and you, the other you.
It is me. And you. But how? Harry?
Hold on a sec, people. My stupid cat's scratching at my door right now. I can't believe I gotta pause again. Sorry once again, people. Hopefully this will be the last pause I have to do for this part. Or this episode.
It's impossible.
No, it's science. Your science, Doc.
In this other world, the one you say you come from, am I happy there?
Very happy. You've got 2 great sons.
Sons?
Yes, and a fantastic wife.
Not Edna?
Not even remotely. And your invention. Jeez, Doc, you can go anywhere you want to. Anywhere in time. You're the luckiest guy in the universe.
And what about Hill Valley?
Hill Valley? You know it's got problems. A little bit of urban decay here, a little bit of crime there. It's a normal city. People are happy, mostly. And even when they're miserable, they're not miserable like they are in your Hill Valley.
Stop! There are no miserable people in my Hill Valley.
Give me a break. You don't really believe...
My citizens lead lives of order and peace. Nobody worries. Nobody complains.
Only because they were afraid to. Jeez, open your eyes, will you? You and Edna have got them all terrorized.
That's Mrs. Brown to you, Sonny.
Doc.
Kindly address me as Your Honor. We worked for over 50 years, my wife and I. Every waking moment devoted to ridding Hill Valley of vice and disorder. And you dare to claim that our citizens are unhappy?
Yeah, I do. I've seen it. They're just too afraid to speak up.
Afraid? Afraid of what?
Afraid of the consequences of their actions, Doc. You run this place like it's a police state.
Nonsense.
I can prove it.
All right then, time travel boy. You do that. And until you do, I'm going to treat your wild story as just that. A story told by a madman. And I've determined that the best treatment is simply to let the insanity run its course.
So, is the interview over? Should I leave?
Please do. I'm very busy. I've got a city to run.
Fine, but I'll be back with proof.
Because Edna's been eavesdropping, I don't think getting proof is going to be easy.
Doc wants proof that Hill Valley isn't the perfect place he thinks it is. One smoking gun coming up. Dad!
Pop out the tape, son. I think it's done rewinding.
Whoa, take it easy. Sit here.
Guess I blacked out for a minute there. Fell out of my chair.
Fell nothing. Somebody whacked you.
Whacked me? Impossible. We take great pride in the fact that incidences of physical violence in Hill Valley have fallen to virtually...
Who did it? Can you tell me?
This can't be happening.
There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere.
Yeah, like... The tape cases, they look empty.
Here it is. Raw footage.
Thank heavens.
Wait a minute.
You see, I told you were just jumping to conclusions. All these dark suspicions about thieves and attackers when all the time it was just...
Empty.
What?
There's no tapes.
But I'm sure they were in there before.
Before whoever it was whacked you in the head and took them.
You've been watching too much Miami Vice, son. What evidence do you have that I was attacked?
That nasty lump on your head for one thing. And?
You are supposed to interact with the empty tape cases, but also this mysterious baseball bat.
Dad, that's not one of our bats, is it?
No. McFlys never use aluminum bats. Curious.
Oh, wait, don't touch it. It's evidence.
Of what? Oh, why would anyone do a thing like that to a nice Sector L citizen like me?
Whoever made off with your tapes, I'm thinking.
Oh my gosh, I've been mugged. Mugged in Hill Valley! They can't get away with it! Oh!
Don't worry, Dad. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Who could have done this to me?
A lot of people always choose your enemies, which I'm not gonna do.
Mom seems pretty angry with you.
Your mother may be a little unbalanced at the moment, but you don't believe she'd bash me in the head?
Well, not to steal a bunch of videotapes.
Oh, it's no use. The tapes are gone. All I can do is hope against hope they don't surface and land me in trouble.
Come on, Dad. We can't just give up.
Okay, what should I choose?
I can at least call the cops.
Don't you dare! I don't want the authorities to know anything about those tapes. Not yet, anyway.
There's gotta be something we could do to get our hands on those tapes.
Well, we can make new ones.
We can?
Sure. It may take a while, but if you're willing to help your old man out, it shouldn't take us more than, say, 6 months?
6 months? But I need those tapes now.
You need the tapes.
What I mean is...
Yeah, 6 months is clearly unacceptable.
It's, the principle of it. You know, if we let the thief get away with this crime, it sets a bad example for other thieves.
You said you needed the tapes.
I'm choosing these next two before I choose the last.
You know, your time is valuable. I would hate for you to have to redo all that work.
You said you needed the tapes.
And George will say that every time until you choose the last one.
And what if this mugger comes back? Another bang on the head might do you in.
You said you needed the tapes.
I gotta give it to Citizen Brown. I told him I was gonna furnish him with proof that Hill Valley isn't as happy as he thinks it is when I was in his office, just before I came here.
You had an interview with Citizen Brown?
It wasn't easy to get, believe me. I had to break all kinds of rules.
You've been breaking rules?
Harboring stray dogs, kissing girls in public, getting caught with Mom's flask.
That is the most far-fetched story I've ever heard.
It's true.
You forget I'm your father. I know your history.
Yeah, well, history's changed.
Prove it.
I'll prove it to you. You're supposed to show him a demerit, and it doesn't matter what you show to him. You can even choose to stack, and it'll work. Any demerit works.
Read him and weep.
Demerits, but...
It was the only way.
I don't understand.
Dad, listen to me. I mean, really listen. You and I both know that things aren't right here. Citizen Brown might have started with good intentions, but his Hill Valley's just made everybody miserable.
Shh! You said that to him?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, there go our privileges.
No, wait, I got him to listen, Dad, and he's gonna make things right for you and Mom and all of us. I can't explain how. You're just gonna have to trust me on this.
Okay.
But first I have to show him your tapes, to prove my point.
Oh, no. No.
Dad.
This scheme of yours, maybe you know what you're doing, I can't say. But leave me out of
Dad.
it. I don't like trouble. I can't handle it. It's not in my genes.
But...
You're supposed to pick this. But first...
Think of your family.
I am. And I don't want to see my family relocated to Sector X with all the other hopeless cases.
It's your civic duty. Doesn't Citizen Brown always tell us
to keep our noses clean, and that's what I plan to do.
Do it for your father.
My father?
Yeah, Arthur McFly.
I know his name.
Didn't he have something to do with putting away Kid Tannen, you know, way back when?
Yes, he did. Where'd you hear about that? It was way back before Citizen Brown cleaned up the town, before I was even born. Everyone lived in terror of Kid Tannen and his goons. But Dad stood up to him. He had evidence of Kid's guilt, see, and he risked his life to deliver it to the authorities. Never be afraid to do the right thing. That's what he always used to tell me.
And what are you doing?
Trying to remember which is the right feed.
Feed to what?
To the surveillance camera, the one in the yard.
Wait a minute. You have a surveillance camera trained on yourself?
Of course, gotta cover all bases. Help me figure out which monitor I'm on.
Well, one of them is clearly broken.
It says to keep this printout for my records.
Oh god. Unequip the item already. Now I think the upper left monitor is the one you need to find the backyard footage from. Not backyard. The garage footage. It should be on this monitor, and after you find it, you interact with its VCR. Oh no, wait a minute. Okay, I'm wrong. I think it's supposed to be the upper right. Okay, the switch. Okay, I'm wrong again. It has to be this one. And there it is. It was the lower left monitor all along. Now, come on, VCR.
There, that looks like us. So the surveillance tape must be on this VCR. This must be before the attack. Let's see. I remember cleaning the playback heads at 5:30. The attack couldn't have been very long after.
Oh, it's Biff!
But it can't be him. The Citizens Plus program has rendered him as gentle as a kitten. Huh? I can't understand it. It's not the way he's supposed to behave. Why, even the old Biff would never...
Wait, what's that weird flashing on his wrist?
Let's find out. I knew this zoom and enhance feature would come in handy someday. Cost me a bundle at the hobby shop.
It's his digital watch. I wonder why it's doing that. Hey, wait, stop the picture. Can you zoom in anymore? X11.
You know what that means?
Not yet.
Lorraine!
Don't lay into me, George. I've got something very important to say, and then I'm going to be leaving again.
I've got something important to say, too. I was attacked
it's
and
always
robbed.
About you, isn't it? You can't just wait and listen to my news. Oh, no. You have to go and beat me to the punch.
Pull yourself together.
That's right.
Did
You two
hear what I
sort
just
things
said?
out. I've got some business to attend to.
Not together? I'm more together than I've been in months, George. For your information, I haven't had a drink all day.
Okay, Biff has a lot of explaining to do.
Biff!
Whoa, settle down there, fella.
You beat up my dad.
Do we have a problem here, citizens?
Oh, no, officer, just a little misunderstanding. I'm sure we can work it out. Right, Mark?
Sure.
Okay. Let me know if you need any help, Mr. Tannen.
Now, let's see if we can get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, let's.
Tell me, why did you hurt George?
Why'd you hurt my dad, Biff? He never did anything to you in this timeline.
Timeline? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. I saw you on camera.
But I can't hurt anybody. Thanks to Citizen Plus, I blow chunks whenever I even think about doing bad stuff.
Oh, Jesus.
See?
There must be something about this program that Marty doesn't know about yet. Well, he certainly doesn't know about it.
What'd you do with my dad's secret videotape?
Secret videotape?
You know, the one that shows how people are fed up with all these screwy rules and laws.
You lost me, Martin, but that tape sounds dangerous. It should probably be dumped in the recycling bin.
No, really, you stole those tapes.
So you really don't know anything about my dad's secret tape?
Oh, no. I'd never walk around with subversive material like that.
If you didn't beat up my dad, then where have you been for the last couple of hours?
Well, I was
What?
That's strange. I don't remember.
Curious.
What's the last thing you remember before your memory loss?
Well, I was handing out flyers for the Citizen Plus program, just like I'd been doing all day. I just finished feeding some leftover bologna to a cute little squirrel when Miss Edna came by.
Edna?
Yeah, she wanted to run a diagnostic on my Citizen Plus watch. I must have fallen asleep or something, because when she was done, it was an hour later. And then your mom came by.
Ah, it was Edna. She's the cause of this. She must have... she got Biff to attack George. And no doubt it was all because of that watch.
What was my mom doing here?
Oh, she was just handing over her paperwork for the Citizen Plus program.
What?
Oh, yeah. I don't know how to tell you this, Martin, but your mom's in pretty rough shape.
Yeah, but to sign up for Citizen Plus.
She was on the fence for a while, too. But after you took the blame for her secret drinking problem, she realized she needed serious help.
Oh, no. Mom.
Oh my god, she really is gonna go through with it.
So the last thing you remember before my dad got beat up is Edna fiddling with your watch?
Yeah, that does sound pretty bad, doesn't it?
Oh, it's beyond bad.
Biff, your watch. Does X11 mean anything to you?
X11? Is that a new band or something? Yeah, I don't go in for that new hippity-hoppity stuff.
It's not a band, Biff. It's a mode on your Citizen Plus watch.
Weird. I've never seen it look like that. Heck, I can barely get this thing to stop blinking, see?
Now, here's where you interact with Biff's watch. You need to hit mode.
Cool!
It'll switch from numbers to letters. And you gotta, of course, get it to X. There's that. And all the way to 11. After that, you hit mode again, and then this happens.
Biff? Okay, that's weird.
Oh my god. He's totally sounding like a zombie now.
What's wrong with you?
That watch is evil. It's evil, I tell you.
Did you attack my dad? Now we're getting somewhere.
Oh yeah. We are.
Why'd you attack my dad?
Clearly, it's because he's brainwashed.
Could you, touch your toes?
Wow.
Huh.
Oh, now let's see this.
Do the chicken dance. Yeah, he's hypnotized, alright.
That's not how the chicken dance goes. But anyway.
Where's my dad's tape? The recycling bin?
Ah, that's gotta be it.
Could you do me a favor and go get my dad's tape?
Hey, Mr. Tannen. What's up? Is that McFly kid bothering you? Hey, you can't go in there! Hey!
Whoa! Holy smokes! What happened to him?
I don't know. No one's ever jumped into the recycling bin before.
Well, where does it go?
That information is above my pay grade. Oh, jeez. I'm in a lot of trouble now. Don't move a muscle, McFly. I gotta go tell Citizen Brown about this.
Well, Marty, if you really want to know where it goes, you know, as always, only one way to find out.
I've got a really bad feeling about this. Well, here goes nothing.
This ought to be a ride.
Gosh, ma'am, did I do something wrong?
Did I do something? Mr. Tannen, I put a lot of work into honing you as the first Citizen Plus. What on earth possessed you to assault a police officer and dive headfirst into the recycling bin?
Did I do all that?
Lord, I thought your father was dim.
No, really, I don't remember doing anything like that. The last thing I remember, I was showing that nice McFly kid my watch, and then I'm down here and you're yelling at me.
McFly? McFly.
Strickland.
Oh, hi, Martin.
Give me the tapes, Edna.
Mr. Tannen, please restrain our guest.
Stop!
Holy crap.
Stop! Oh no.
Oh, Jesus. I knew it. Edna is the cause of all this.
Come on, Biff, snap out of it.
This is not like her. I mean, not like Edna at all.
Edna, what are you doing?
What I've always done. Keeping Hill Valley safe from hooligans like you and your father.
Yeah, well, your way is pretty wrong if you ask me. Oh my god, I gotta snap Biff out of this.
Look, candy. No?
I think Martin will make
And it looks like the
our
same candy
Citizen
in the
Plus
original
candidate.
1986.
Don't you, Mr. Tannen?
Come on, Biff, snap out of it. Ah!
You gotta interact with specific objects around the room, such as the license plates.
Biff, isn't that the license plate to your car?
Sheila?
Tannen, focus.
Oof.
Okay, what else is there?
Hey, it's Wild Gunman. Not a fan of video games, huh?
Yeah, well, he wasn't born until 1938 anyway.
I should have known.
Novelties? Biff, whoopee cushions. You never had much of a sense of humor.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. Hey, there's Einstein. And he didn't get sent to Utah. That's a relief.
Einstein?
Doggy? What's going on?
Biff Howard Tannen, obey your programming. You see, Mr. McFly, thanks to the enhancements I've made to the Citizen Plus program, I can bring even the most rabid of dogs to heel.
Oh my god, and she's doing all this behind Doc's back.
Look at all these unhappy faces on your
Ooh,
father's
cigars.
videotape.
And, wait.
Well, Citizen Plus
Pornography.
will turn
Oh,
those
God.
frowns.
Look, girly mags.
Boobies. Where am I?
Tannen, I didn't go behind my namby-pamby husband's back so you could wallow in your vices.
Ow.
Oh, she's gonna be in a whole lot of trouble when Doc finds out about this.
Pinball parts?
So you can also interact with cigars and the beer that's right here. Let's go with
It's
cigars.
no
Biff, aren't those your favorite cigars?
Cubans?
Tannen, listen to me.
Babes. Booze.
That's it, Bip. Break free. Break free from the spell.
What the? Oh, Mommy!
Tannen, get up, you useless slacker.
Come on, Edna, give the poor jerk a break.
A break? You sound like my wishy-washy husband, always trying to find the good in people, never wanting to accept the fact that some people are just born bad.
Maybe, but that doesn't give you the right to turn them into zombies. Now, give me my dad's tapes so I can...
You mean those tapes I erased while you were struggling with my zombie?
What? Come on.
Utopias are fragile things, Mr. McFly. Especially when overseen by minds as distractible as my husband's.
No. No.
Edna!
Doc?
Emmett, what are you doing here?
I came down here to investigate a troubling report involving Mr. Tannen.
Doc, you gotta stop her.
Silence!
Okay.
I was concerned there might be a flaw in my Citizen Plus program. Imagine my surprise when I found my wife perverting my life's work. Is this what it's all been about, Edna? All those years? All our struggles to cure society's illnesses? Just to create a world where free will can be turned off with a flick of a switch?
Oh, please, Emmett. You wanted this just as much as I did. Remember? If only we could tell someone to stay off the grass, and so help us, they would never tread foot on a well-manicured lawn again. That's what Citizen Plus does. It makes rules unbreakable. I only gave it the slightest of changes.
Enough! We will not have this discussion here.
But...
Go home and wait for me.
Fine.
Doc.
Father, what have I done?
So, Edna's been using Doc all these years. Okay, well,
I'm sure he wouldn't blame you for all this, Doc.
He was so happy when I gave up my childish dreams in favor of Edna's more practical pursuits. Are you proud of me now, Father?
You must go through all these free dialogue choices.
I'm sorry about Edna, Doc. She didn't seem so bad back in 1931.
No, she wasn't. When we were first dating, she was so spirited, principled, compassionate. When did I lose her?
Doc, don't be so hard on yourself. This Hill Valley may be a little messed up. Okay, a lot messed up, but you were just trying to help people.
Or was I just entranced by the challenge of transforming the human psyche like so many chemicals? Enough wallowing. What's done is done. It's time to look forward.
Maybe, but maybe not.
What?
Your notebook from the other timeline.
Not this foolishness again.
Look, you can use it to repair the time machine and fix all this so it never happened. Everyone could be back the way they're supposed to be. You, Edna, Jennifer, my parents. Doc, you once told me if you put your mind to it, you could accomplish anything. Well, accomplish this.
There's a lot of empty pages.
The only one you need is right here.
Looks familiar, huh, Doc?
Great Scott.
Just as I figured.
Martin, this could work. It'll take time, of course, but once it's done, we'll have all the time in the world. Ha ha!
Doc?
Martin, we must get started at once. Come on!
We bring Einie along?
The dog. Yes, of course. You know, I used to love dogs before Edna came along.
You don't say.
I'll go ahead and start preparing a lab. Edna will be furious, but who cares? We've got a time machine to fix. Woohoo!
Alright. Marty's really making progress now. But before I let Einstein out, let's take a look at everything around here. And in case you can't tell, this whole place is the Speakeasy from 1931. It's obviously different, but that's what this is.
Beer. Maybe I could... Nah. Doc'll need me clear-headed to build his new time machine.
Yes, that's right, Marty. You really don't want to poison yourself.
X-ray specs, joy buzzers, trick gum. Classic. Why would anyone ban these?
This Hill Valley's a police state, remember? All thanks to Edna.
Wild gunman. Nice to see that some things haven't changed in this messed up world.
And of course video games would be banned in this Hill Valley too.
I wonder how many times Biff's parked under manure in this timeline.
Oh, I can't really imagine.
In another timeline, all these pinball parts would probably be in Libya by now.
Libya? Is that what he said?
There is a serious lack of privacy in this town.
Yeah. It's as if privacy doesn't exist in this alternate Hill Valley.
Whoa.
That's all Marty says when interacting with the girly Megs.
I don't smoke, and I should really go get Einstein.
Yes, and I hope you never smoke, Marty. And there's also BB guns right here, and when you interact with this, Marty will reference A Christmas Story, even though I never saw that movie.
BB guns. They'll shoot your eye out, Marty.
Yeah, see? Just like that. Ooh, what do we have here?
Beatles, Stones, Phil Collins. Edna took all the good stuff. Hey, maybe I'll grab a couple for the road after I get Einstein.
Yeah, perhaps. Oh, and just to officially prove to you that this used to be the speakeasy, look at this.
Wow, it still works.
Amazingly. That should be proof enough for you. Oh, skateboards.
Nice boards. I should pick one up after I free Einstein.
Ooh, and I unexpectedly got a trophy for this. Every container of... Oh my god, what happened to the screen? It did it again. Why does most of it just go black like that?
Don't worry, Biff. Once I get back to 1931, you'll be back to Jerkville in no time.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Don't worry, boy. I'll get you out of here in no time. What is it, Einie?
McFly!
Oh, crap.
Hey, Biff. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Better than I've been in a long time, you know?
So you remember...
That witch making me do stuff? Yeah, she'll get what's coming to her. No one tells Biff Tannen what to do! No one!
Hey, I'm the guy who snapped you out of it!
Really? Because all I remember is a punk kid who thought it'd be funny to make me jump down a hole!
Yikes! So, Biff is, wait. He's officially, snapped out of, you know, the
Biff,
brainwashing.
Stay.
He's back to normal, which is unfortunate, of course.
All right.
McFly!
Oh, crap.
All right, McFly. Time to race the music.
Face. It's face the music, you idiot.
Yeah, you sound like a darn fool when you say
I hope I don't
that.
run out of rock.
Einstein.
Einie, sick him.
Whoa!
After that, you interact with the panic button.
Place your bets.
What the
Bam! Nighty-night. Again.
Let's get out of here, Einie. Doc, sorry I took so long. Biff came around and jumped me. I totally laid him out with the old...
Martin McFly.
Edna?
It's almost impressive how many years of work and planning you nearly ruined in just a few short hours.
Where's Doc?
Oh, Doc. My husband is in a better place.
Better place? What have you done to him?
Relax, Martin. We've got everything under control.
No, Doc!
Oh my god, Edna, you psycho! She's really doing this to her own husband. And episode 3 is done. Oh my god. This is quite a predicament Marty is in.
Here's the real story. I'm a Marty McFly from an alternate timeline.
Edna, why?
Because you're weak, Emmett.
What can I say? She's my muse.
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
It's almost embarrassing how devoted he is to me.
You gotta believe me, Jennifer. This whole town's gone crazy, and Citizen Brown and I are the only ones who can fix it.
There is no future for us.
Yup, Double Visions is next. And it looks like there's no copyrighted song playing during these end credits. And I'm not even gonna bother showing all of this because I already did when I recorded episode 1. So episode 3 is done, and so is part 3 of this playthrough. Thank you for watching everybody, and I'll see you next time where I move on to episode 4, Double Visions. Bye guys.